Hello, my name is Ariana and today we're going to be talking about this amazing book, And I Darken by Kirsten White. This is the first book in a trilogy where the second book is already out. We're waiting just for the third book and it's amazing. I wrongly classified it as fantasy on my last video because strangely that's how it's categorized like in Goodreads and stuff, but it's actually a historical fiction book, so don't expect any magic. So first I'm gonna give you a small review without any spoilers. We followed this amazing character, amazing strongly female character called Lada, and it's like a retelling of Vlad the Impaler, of his story. Vlad the Impaler in this case is a girl. We follow the story of Lada and her younger brother Radu from the day that they are born up until their young adulthood. They are born in the Wallachian like empire in Transylvania, and they're casually removed from there and taken to the Ottoman court. So I didn't know anything about Romanian or Ottoman Empire culture or history, so you don't really need to know that because of course the author follows some facts about the history because it's in the 1400s, but you don't need to actually know the story of what actually happened. It's a very violent book, to call it some way. It's not extremely violent, but there's a lot of violence, there's a lot of religious matters, there's a lot of political matters, and we have our main character being an anti-hero, which is not as common, and even less common because she's a girl. So Lada is the opposite thing that you would imagine a princess to be. First of all, by the way she looks, because all through the book they describe her as if she was ugly or not as pretty as her brother, because Radu is like the actual princess and Lada is like a boy, practically. That's how they describe her. But it's an anti-hero. You get to love this anti-hero, which is the most amazing thing. You're not gonna expect to love her, but like you kind of root for her. After they are taken to the Ottoman Empire, they both have a different reaction to that. Radu like gets to like the place and makes the place his home, but Lada, on the complete opposite, rejects it and hates everything around her and just wants to go back to Wallachia to be with her father and be in her kingdom and be the dragon of Transylvania. So it's like two completely opposite main characters. And why do I say main characters even though Lada is our main character? Is because this book is told in two different point of views. It's not separate like by chapter, but you can tell that some chapters are told by Lada's perspective and some of them are told by Radu's. So you really get to know each of the brothers by two main reasons. First of all, by the way the book is being told, but second, because you get to know them from the moment they are actually born. That's why the first part of the book is a little slow, like the first 150 pages or so. It's not as fast-paced as one would have expected it to, but it's just because you get to know the characters so well. Like from the day they are born, and then a couple chapters more, and then they're like 4-year-olds, and then a couple chapters more, and they're like 9 years old. So you really get to know both of them. And I think that's why we get to love Lada that much, because if we just were introduced to this vicious female character, which is cruel sometimes, you would just reject her at first. But because we know all her background and what happened to her through all her life, you get like to root for her, so it's very nice, very different. So that's what I'm gonna say about this first book with the non-spoilery situation. You need to read it, it's amazing. If you haven't read this book, leave now, I'm gonna spoil the hell out of you. Alright, so first of all, I just need to say I love Lada and Radu. At first I used to hate Lada, then I used to hate Radu, but it's like they're so cute because they complement each other. And I used to hate Radu because he was so delicate. Like there are so many descriptions that I was like, I need to highlight this and read them later. But of course I didn't, because like, I need to read, and I didn't highlight a thing. But there's this one time where the author describes Lada and Radu like Lada is the thorns of the rose or whatever, and Radu is the actual flower. So that's really puts it out there, like paints a picture. But I was upset with Lada sometimes because she just tortured Radu a lot, along with Darken, which I'm gonna get to that later, but they both used to make Radu's life hell. But then there are like certain moments when you notice that Lada actually cares about her brother, like the ice moment or further into the book when they're already in the Ottoman Empire, and then you get to see the parts where Radu actually cares for her sister. Like the last situation part where Lada gets stabbed and Radu chooses to save his sister, even if that meant letting Mehmet die. So that's like a big thing. So I really loved both characters. And then I'm not sure if I trust Mehmet, because at first I didn't like him at all. But then like you get to know him and you get to like know the relationship he has with both of them, because he was really nice to both Radu and Lada when nobody was nice to Lada, and Lada gets to like him and they become really good friends, the three of them. But then there's certain things that don't make me trust him. Like he didn't tell Lada that her father died. He didn't tell Lada or Radu that he had children with two different women. Like, what the hell? This whole harem thing, where he has all his women is, why? Why would you do that? If you love Lada, and you're the Sultan, do something about it. You don't need that. Like, so annoying. So I don't know if I should trust him. Of course, Radu stays with him at the end of the book, and I don't know if something's gonna happen between them, because there are some times where like they're kind of a romantic situation going between them, but you know Mehmet really loves Lada, but who knows? Maybe something will happen there, maybe not. We don't know. I'm really excited about what's gonna happen with Lada in the second book, because this one finishes with her walking back into Wallachia, and we don't know in what situation that place is, because her father died and her older brother Mercium or something like that, Mircea, is dead as well, so we don't know what's going on. We don't know if the people have taken the kingdom or whatever, so I'm really excited for her. I'm really excited for the whole, like, her team that has gone back to Wallachia with her. Like Nikolai, I love that man. Nikolai is also one of my favorite characters. I don't know if something's gonna happen between him and Lada, because he already said that there's no way something's gonna happen between them. But I don't know, I like him so much, and I like the way he trusts Lada and how he does everything for her. But then again, we have Darken again in the picture, which I don't know if I trust him, because he probably was involved in all the uprising that happened at the end of the book, where they try to kill Mehmet. So, I don't know. There are so many parts where I related to Mulan. Like, this book and Mulan were so similar. First of all, the part where Lada like dresses up like a boy, and then the part where Lada makes when they play this Kill the Sultan game, he makes the guys dress up as girls to get into the harem to kill Mehmet. It was like so Mulan. I just picture them dressed up like girls, taking out the handkerchief, climbing up the walls. I was like, so Mulan. There were some points in the book where I was really scared of Lada, because from the first time, like, since she's born practically, she's like pretty savage. So there were a lot of moments where I thought she was like kind of losing her mind, and that scares me a little bit, because I don't know, I'm sure it's gonna get even more violent in the next book. I just hope she doesn't like lose her shit. Because like I remember the first time she kills, she actually like rips apart the throat of the person. It's like, holy shit, that's like a step too far, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay if you kill the person, but they portray her character as being literally vicious and super savage. So I'm very, very, very afraid that she loses her mind if she doesn't find actual happiness. Because we know that she's gonna go get the throne, but the only person that's her family and the only actual person that's there for her is Radu, and we know that. And Radu stayed behind with Mehmet, and then she was in love with Mehmet. Then he kind of betrayed her by not telling her about his kids, or not telling her about her father that had died. So we know this like little betrayal over there. And then there's Darken, which they got married when they were kids, but they haven't seen each other in so long, so we don't know if we can trust him anymore. So she's away from the person he loved, she's away from her brother, her only family, and she's now stuck with this person that says that knows her but actually doesn't. So I'm just afraid she loses her mind and everything goes like batshit crazy. But besides from that, I think those are all my major thoughts on this book. I was really excited that I liked it. I was kind of nervous at first because, like I said, it's kind of slow-paced at the beginning, so I was like scared it was gonna be fantasy and like very like dense, but it wasn't. It was amazing. It was amazing. I can't wait for the next book. Tell me, what are your thoughts on this one? What are the characters that you most disliked? How Pacha, like, I disliked him, but I thought that he was not, like, I thought he was kind of dumb at moments, to be honest. But I really, really hated her father, like Lada's father. Holy shit, I just hated his guts. And then Mehmet's mother, I was like, kind of like, I don't trust this person at all. Cause like she killed Mehmet's little half brother. Like he was a baby, and this woman killed him. So she's scary. I hope she dies pretty soon, if she hasn't died already, because I don't even remember. But yes, those are my thoughts about this book. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you liked it or if you didn't. And I just can't wait to read the second book. This is all for today. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!